Hello, this video is to review how to add and subtract linear expressions. Okay, for number 1A, these are examples from text page 88. We are finding the sum, okay? When we are finding the sum, okay, there's nothing to distribute, so we can just bring down x minus 2 out of parentheses. And since this is adding, we can just bring down plus 3x plus 8. Okay, so everything just comes out of parentheses. There's nothing to distribute. And then we can begin to combine like terms. I have 1x and 3x, which gives me 4x. And then I have a negative 2 plus 8, which gives me a positive 6. So I have 4x plus 6. On 1B, again, there's nothing to distribute, and we are adding, so everything can come straight out of parentheses. I have a negative 4y plus 3 plus 11y minus 5, and then I can begin to combine like terms. I have a negative 4y plus 11y, different signs, find the difference, there's more positive, so I have a positive 7y. And then 3 minus 5 would be a negative 2. On number 2, we now have a number outside of the parentheses, so now we do need to distribute. I have 2 times a negative 7.5, which gives us a negative 15z, and 2 times a positive 3, which gives me a positive 6. And again, watch your sign. I am adding, so I can bring down the plus 5z minus 2, and then I can begin to combine like terms. I have a negative 15z plus 5z, which gives me a negative 10z, and then 6 minus 2 is a positive 4. So we're going to get negative 10z plus 4. Okay, I would love for you to pause the video and try the next 4 on your own to see if you are getting the hang of these, and then unpause to see if you are getting them correct. Number 1, we are adding the 2, so I can bring everything straight out of parentheses and combine like terms. 1x plus 2x gives me 3x, and 3 minus 1 is a positive 2. Number 2, nothing to distribute, and we are adding, so I have a negative 8z plus 4 plus 8z minus 7. When I combine like terms, a negative 8z plus 8z is 0. Please don't write 0 z's. We just don't write anything. And then 4 minus 7 would be a negative 3. Number 3, I do see a 2 to distribute. So I'm going to bring down this first one, 4 minus n. 2 times a negative 5n would be a negative 10n. And 2 times a positive 3 would be a positive 6. I then can combine like terms. Negative 1 minus 10n would be a negative 11n. And 4 plus 6 is 10. Number 4, we have those fractions that we're going to distribute. 1/2 times w is 1/2 w, and a 1/2 times a negative 6 is going to give us a negative answer. Remember, we just put those whole numbers over 1 and multiply straight across. So we have minus 3. And then 1/4 times w is 1/4 w. And a 1/4 times 12, again, put it over 1 and multiply straight across. We're going to get 3. Okay, when I combine like terms, I see a negative 3 plus 3. Those cancel out. 0. Don't give me plus or minus 0. Leave it alone. And then we just need to add our other like terms, 1/2 w plus 1/4 w. We're adding fractions. We need a common denominator. 2/4 plus 1/4 is 3/4 w. Okay, that is your adding notes. If you slide on down, we also need to talk about subtracting linear expressions. This is on page 89 in the text, but now we're finding the difference. Okay, there's one key difference, and that is you're going to see a subtraction sign in between these parentheses. And guys, remember that a subtraction sign is a synonym for a negative. So pay close attention. Example 3a, nothing to distribute with the first one, so we're just going to bring down 5x plus 6. Now, please pay close attention. This is a negative times a negative, which is a positive x. And then a negative times a positive 6 would be a negative 6. So when you see that subtraction sign in between the two expressions, you are using that as a negative, okay? It changes your signs. Now I can combine like terms. 5x plus 1x is 6x, and 6 minus 6 is 0. Do not write 0, we just have 6x. Let's look at the next one. Nothing to distribute, so I'm just going to bring down 7y plus 5. A negative 2 times 4y is a negative 8y. And a negative 2 times a negative 3 is a positive 6. And then we can combine like terms. 7y minus 8y would be a negative y. And 5 plus 6 is 11. So I have a negative y plus 11. Okay. There's not quite as many of these, so why don't you pause, try 5 and 6, and then see if you got them correct. Number 5, I'm going to bring down m minus 3. There's nothing to distribute. On the other side, we do have to distribute the negative. A negative times a negative is now a positive m, and a negative times a positive is now a negative 12. M plus m is 2m. Negative 3 minus 12 more is a negative 15. Same sign, find the sum, lots of negatives. Number 6, there are two numbers to distribute. A negative 2 times c is a negative 2c. And negative 2 times a positive 2.5 is a negative 5. A negative 5 times a positive 1.2 is a negative 6c. And a negative 5 times a positive 4 is a negative 20. Okay, now let's combine like terms. Negative 2c minus 6c, that's a negative 8c. And a negative 5 minus 20 is a negative 25. Okay, feel free to go back and review the video again if needed.